happen to know that he graduated from the University of Virginia, which was started by President Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson started the University of Virginia because he believed that the electorate had to be an educated electorate. So not only the will and the strength of being able to vote, but being able to vote as an educated citizen. And Jefferson was really the genesis of the public education system in this country today. Unfortunately, the League is standing here today to talk about Florida's public education system and the 2016 legislative session, which is continuing its decade-long attack on Florida public schools. There has been a flurry of bills that have been making their way through the House and the Senate that support charter schools. Schools which are public schools that are allowed to disregard certain state regulations. Among the flurry of bills, perhaps the most egregious and broad sweeping is a bill entitled HJR 759 by Representative Manny Diaz and SJR 976 by Senator Kelly Stargle. This would be a proposed constitutional amendment to go before the citizens of Florida on the 2016 ballot. It would be a major change to the Florida Constitution regarding school district authority. These joint resolutions would direct our state Board of Education to establish a statewide charter school institute to authorize, operate, control, and supervise charter schools. Additionally, it clarifies that a school board has the authority to operate, control, and supervise all free public schools within its district, except those charter schools under the control and supervision of a statewide charter school institute. The proposed new language will be placed on the November ballot as a constitutional amendment requiring a 60% passage vote. The League of Women Voters of Florida believes that this is yet another example of the continued push to privatize schools and to establish a parallel educational system which diverts the public's education tax dollars to for-profit charter corporations. Such privatization of public dollars puts both our citizenry at risk of losing the one constitutionally mandated paramount responsibility of this Florida legislature to provide a high-quality system of high-quality public education in the state of Florida. They cannot dismiss themselves of this responsibility. HJR 759 is on second reading in the Florida House, while the Senate Joint Resolution has not been heard in committee yet. But we are concerned about the egregious movement of this bill. We stand here with our partners from the Florida Education Association, with First Vice President Joanne McCall and Linda Russell, in charge of grassroots legislative political advocacy for the Florida Education Association, and Angie Gallo from the Florida Parent Teacher Association. Citizens for Strong Schools is a lawsuit with a trial that begins March 16th that challenges the legislative and state Board of Education policies that undermines the Florida constitutional requirement I just spoke about. And that is that it is their paramount duty of the state to provide for all children a uniform, a safe, an efficient, and a high-quality system of free public education. We stand here today and ask that our legislature does not move this constitutional amendment forward. And if it does, we will continue to stand throughout the remaining months leading into the general election, opposed to this egregious attack on our public school system. With that, I thank all of our members from the League of Women Voters from around the state standing behind me again in uniformity on this position, and we will be available for press comments following. Would any of my partner organizations that are here today like to make a statement?